I was in two wars, Persian Gulf War and the Iraq War. I found out I had PTSD, and the VA's response to that was to use all these different medications. And having a doctor of pharmacy degree, I knew that that would just more or less put a Band-Aid on what I was going through, that I really needed to get to the core trauma and to deal with those experiences that I did experience and come out the other end. And so I wanted to find a non-pharmacological way of dealing with the emotions I was feeling. When I first heard about meditation, I didn't believe that that would work for me because I had these ADD, hypervigilant tendencies. My old thinking was that all the things that happened to me, I was a victim of circumstance or of other people. We as a society as a whole, we're always stuck in the victimhood of what happened to it, and not to say that those traumas weren't bad and that they weren't hurtful, but to be able to come out to the other side and see from myself, wow, that has made me who I am today. Those traumatic experiences made me the man that I am today. Dealing with the anxiety, learning different techniques, the breathing techniques, and actually going deeper than that and looking at why am I having that anxiety attack, going into meditation and actually going into the subconscious and bringing out the things that I learned to survive as a child and how those things make me react as an adult. And also from the training in the military, to look at the things that, again, like I said, the subconsciousness that's been ruling my conscious thinking. And so when we can take those things out of our subconscious and bring them into the conscious, we can actually look at them and look at they're not real. In my meditations, I thank my fear, my anxiety, and I thank it for keeping me alive, but telling it today, it doesn't serve me. And so that's huge in meditation, to be able to get out of myself, get out of my body, and also use my brain to not give me the adrenaline rushes that I'm so used to. And of course my body rebels. It wants those fixes. It wants that adrenaline. It wants the fear. It wants that because that's what it's used to. So using the meditation and actually visualizing what it would feel like not to have that. And so it's rewiring my brain to get into that mode instead of the mode that I've been raised in. I've changed dramatically. You know, I went from this deep, dark depression to now having a zest for life. This Dr. Joe and Dr. Fannon's work has opened a whole new world for me. It's given me a lot of hope. I am not as hyper-vigilant anymore. I don't, normally when I sit in a restaurant, I have to sit back to the wall. Now I'm learning that somebody else can have their back to the wall, and I don't have to be looking out in public, always scanning, looking for these threats. I don't use the sleeping pills that I used to. I now use meditation. So for me, that was huge, because I needed something to help me to fall asleep. Otherwise, I was just in that hypervigilant state, waiting for something to happen. That's why I just encourage people to really embrace this, and it's very hard to embrace that trauma, and most people use addictions and other disassociations to not face that, to go into that dark night of the soul and to go in there and then reemerge. And I'm living proof that going through that and coming out the other side is a miraculous change. Is everything rosy today? No. I have things that happen to me daily, but it's how I deal with them, and that is the key.